a lifetime of poetry, professor of English and Dean's Professor of the Humanities at Syracuse University. Silvio Torres-Saillant recently co-authored a book with Nancy Kang, an assistant professor of multicultural and diaspora literatures at the University of Baltimore, that shines a light on Dominican-born American poet Rhina P. Espaillat. Espaillat was the youngest poet ever inducted into the Poetry Society of America, who went through a period of obscurity as she focused her attention on familial responsibilities, before returning to poetry and producing award-winning poetry collections. Torres-Saillant and Kang have chosen to use a life and works approach to introduce readers to the literary trajectory, salient themes, aesthetic accomplishments, and critical reception of a major American poet whose work conveys a compelling message to our troubled world. Hoping to interest both academic and non-academic readers of the general public, the book includes explanations about poetic forms, styles, schools, social movements, literary histories, political events, and cultural debates relevant to the study of the poet. The authors contend that Espaillat's staying power and current relevance can be rooted in the growth and success of American writers for whom English is a second language. Her 86 years of age at the time of this writing notwithstanding, we argue that Espaillat is a new American poet by dint of the vision discernible in her walk, a vision that presages the future of the country's literary demographics. The once and future muse, the poetry and poetics of Rhina P. Espaillat is available on Amazon and from University of Pittsburgh Press. Book events: the Glenn H. Curtis Museum will be hosting author Tessa Tui for a signing of her book, Flying Jenny. The fictional book highlights the very real aspects of women's aviation history, as inspired by Tui's mother, who was a pioneering pilot in the early 1930s. Two grand ladies of the flying machines inspired my book. One was my mother and the other Eleanor Smith, says Tui. The book features two female protagonists who are each trying to break through limits in their male-dominated fields. Debutante stunt pilot Jenny Flynn from the Southwest, and New York tabloid reporter Laura Bailey, who grew up in Greenwich Village. Jenny catches Laura's attention after she flies under Manhattan's 4 East River bridges, and soon Laura is pursued of a story about the tenacious pilot. Tui mentions many early planes in the book, including products from the former Curtiss factory in Hammondsport, NY, making the museum that celebrates the life and accomplishments of Glenn Curtiss, the father of naval aviation, the perfect location to share Flying Jenny. Tui will be at the museum on June 23 at 2 p.m. to sign copies of her book and to meet the public. Copies of the book will be available for purchase. For more information, visit the museum's website. The Syracuse James Joyce Club will be hosting its 25th annual Bloomsday celebration on Saturday, June 16. Readings from Ulysses will be taking place from 2:30 to 10 p.m. primarily at Nibsy's in Syracuse, with additional locations selected to enhance the mood of the reading. Telemachy's, set at the Martello Tower in Dublin Harbour, will be at the Water Tower in Thornton Park at 3 p.m, and the second, Proteus, set at Sandy Mount Shore on Dublin Bay, will be at Willow Bay on Onondaga Lake in Liverpool at 4:30. Carpooling will be available from the Nibsy's parking lot. The bar will be offering a special menu for the event starting at 6 p.m. The Syracuse James Joyce Club currently has 88 members, and is one of the most active James Joyce clubs among 55 globally. For more information about the SJJC, or the event, you can visit the club's Facebook page. The Colgate Bookstore will be hosting a costume contest in honor of the 20th anniversary of the publication of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, on Tuesday, June 26, beginning at 4:30 p.m. Attendees can dress as their favorite character, magical creature, or theme from the Harry Potter books. Judging begins at 4:45, and prizes will be awarded to both adults and children. The event is free and open to the public. Have a book to share. Are you a local author or have you come across a book set in central New York? Tell us about it. Send a brief description of the book and the author and we'll add it as a candidate for coverage. Write us at features@syracuse.com.